Vacations.
Know how many benefits there are to quitting smoking? Just use your imagination.
Next, all new Rosie. It looks like him.
You look just like Donny Osmond.
It sounds like him.
Are you Donny Osmond?
Why, it is him.
It's Donny Osmond, it's all right!
Then there's no mistaking this. Two first-time guests with Rosie from Yes Dear, Michael Malley, and Saturday Night Live's Tina Fey.
Very, very funny.
Plus, they call him the Smile Boy.
Our next guest story is truly inspirational.
See how he lights up the lives of others.
With that smile,
Next, all new Rosie.
Monday at 4 on K2.
Good things are happening. I'm catching only green light. My every dream is coming true. The sun is shining so bright. Golden highway straight to you. All I'm saying is good things are happening. My heart is opening. I go to talk, I start to sing, yeah. Good things are happening.
Celebrating 40 years of Spirit, K2 and you, the spirit of the Northwest.
This week on Ebert Roeper, Ashley Judd enlists the help of Morgan Freeman when her husband is accused of high crime.
Also, Andy McDowell falls for a younger man, much to the dismay of her best friends in Crush.
And Tim Allen and Rene Russo try to get themselves out of big trouble.
What is it, babe?
Ashley Judd is happily married until the FBI arrests her husband in High Crimes. It's one of 6 new movies we'll review this week. I'm Richard Roeper.
And I'm Roger Ebert. Everything's been lovey-dovey for years in Ashley Judd's marriage with Jim Caviezel when suddenly her whole world falls apart. He's dragged off the street, arrested, and charged with murder because of atrocities he allegedly committed in Latin America while serving in the U.S. Army. In High Crimes, Judd plays a high-powered attorney who decides to handle her husband's defense, even though his trial will take place before a military tribunal.
And once again, what is he being accused of?
I'm sorry, but I can't tell.
Oh, come on. You know that having been subject to arrest, I have the right to know the charges.
No, you don't. Not when it's a military court and not when national security is involved.
Caviezel tells a convincing story of being framed by the real murderers in a military cover-up.
I swear that I never did this. And I didn't want to tell you, because I didn't want you to leave me.
Judd needs a legal partner who knows his way around the military justice system and hires a recovering alcoholic played by Morgan Freeman.
Rumor has it that you're a very good attorney, formerly of the JAG Corps.
In another life.
And in that former life, you had an affair with your superior officer's wife, and they pushed you out?
And let's not dwell on my youthful offenses, Mrs. Cubic. What do you want?
High Crimes gives us flashbacks that show completely believable versions of events which are in total conflict. Eyewitnesses give contradictory testimony. The Judd character and the audience are whipsawed one way and then another by various versions of the same events. Even when we think we see a twist coming, it untwists and then twists another way. This is a good thriller, but with actors like these, I wish it had tried to be more. Director Carl Franklin's early film, One False Move, transcended its genre, but this one stays between the lines. Still, thumbs up.
I'm going to give it thumbs down. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Performances are really good, but you see everything coming about 2 scenes in advance. And in a movie like this, if you're not surprised, if you know what's going to happen and you can figure out everything, then it ultimately falls flat, and that's why it doesn't work.
Okay, well, that's a fair enough critique, except I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just slow. I don't think I saw everything coming 2 scenes in advance.
Well, then I give you thumbs down for not being on top of your game when you see this movie. Oh, you've seen this movie so many times before. Come on.
I saw these coming 2 scenes in advance, and they weren't what I thought they were.
Oh, every time they were with me. I could see it coming. I thought Morgan Freeman's character was really interesting, the alcoholic, kind of broken down attorney. And when he falls back, you know, off the wagon, that was some interesting stuff. And also, the way it resolved itself, not to give anything away, they leave a lot of loose ends just dangling out there, Roger, where I'm going, well, wait a minute, what about what this one guy testified about? And what about that general character played by Bruce Davison?
Yeah, there are a couple of questions that aren't really answered, but nevertheless, I thought it worked. I thought Judd did a real good job of being, you know, kind of a stereotypical...
She's tremendous.
Brave, professional woman who nevertheless is in danger at night when she goes walking into those dark houses. Why do they always go into those houses without turning on the lights?
Because it makes for a more interesting movie, but not interesting enough for me to recommend it. Okay, our next movie is Crush, with Andie MacDowell continuing her streak of fine acting in challenging parts. She's proof that a classic beauty can find her best roles after 40. Here, MacDowell plays Kate, the straight-laced headmistress of an upscale private school in the English countryside, where the perks apparently include a luxurious home that looks like the setting for a Chardonnay ad. Kate and her best friend spend their nights bitching about the cads and bounders they've known, but then Kate meets a fresh prospect.
Miss Scales.
I'm sorry.
Miss Scales. English, 3 and 4B. Jed Willis. You taught me.
That's Kenny Doughty as Jed, who explains his organ-playing technique to Kate.
It's simple, really. They've all got a key change at a particular point. And after a few rounds of that, they started to get cried out. They thought about life and death and how sad it is. And now they're just about ready for a cup of tea and a ham sandwich.
Kate's best friends are a cynical physician, played by Anna Chancellor, and a mousy police commander, played by Imelda Staunton. Crush has the lush look and the cheeky wit of another MacDowell film, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, though it's not quite as funny or warm. But the 3 leads are superb, and I thought that Kenny Doughty adds depth to a standard troubled hunk role. I like the first 2/3 of the film a lot more than the final act, as I had some difficulty buying into some of the darker turns and surprises. One act of betrayal is so cruel that I felt there was no turning back. Still, I'm recommending Crush for the bulk of its story and for the star turn by Andie MacDowell.
Yeah, there's an action in this movie that I'm really sorry, doesn't really make up for.
Sorry will never be enough in this
sorry,
case.
And actually, it's a little too tidy at the end, because if I were Andie MacDowell, I would still be seething at the end of this film. Nevertheless, you're right, she is a charmer. And the relationship between these 3 women is fun, because they're all professional women. They live in this small town. They know all the possible candidates for partners, and they're not too interested in any of them, including the local reverend.
The chemistry between the 3 actresses is why I'm recommending this film. The story it goes back and forth, and I believe that women can be rough on each other, but, you know, again, not to give away too much. There's just something that happens here that you just go, I don't know if they'd ever talk to each other again, but it's worth seeing.
It's a good film. Coming up later in the show, Tim Allen and Renee Russo are in big trouble. Plus, Ryan Reynolds rules a college campus in National Lampoon's Van Wilder.
Well, surely you have a career in mind.
Not really.
And coming up next, remember Great Moments by America's Billy Wilder.
Get a load of that rhythm section.
Heartburn? Give me a cold one.
Try Tums Cool Relief with Freva Crystals for a cooling, soothing sensation and fast heartburn relief. Tums Cool Relief with calcium in fruit and mint flavors.
You look stressed, Sister Moon. You need shopping therapy. I feel the vibe already. Become one with Ginger, one with the peach. Relax. It's like we're in a meadow, but we're not.
Pier 1. Get in touch with your senses.
My work here is done.
What's better than buttery popcorn? We read your mind. Introducing Orville Redenbacher's sweet and buttery microwave popcorn. Covered in butter and sprinkled with sweetness. It's a totally new way to get Orvilleized.
You got a new Toyota?
Well.
A new Camry? That's so great.
Well, every certified used Toyota comes with a 6-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and more. Plus the comfort of knowing that you're getting America's #1 selling certified used vehicle. You might also get a lot of disbelief because the best new cars make the best used cars.
Now, get 4.9% APR financing for 60 months on Toyota-certified used Camrys, Corollas, and Tacomas.
This Camry is used. Honey, no way.
No, really?
Looking to polish your style? AM Northwest and Meyer & Frank's Style Pile have the answers.
Get moving with fun cow memorabilia and help children's charities at the same time on the next AM Northwest. Watch Monday at 9, right?
When you need help, when you want answers, turn to K2 News, the Northwest news leader. You ask, we investigate. So log on to KATU.com with your story ideas. One more reason why K2 News is the Northwest news leader.
You're Norma Desmond. Used to be in silent pictures, used to be big.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
If you call yourself a movie fan, you know that perfect line by Gloria Swanson from Sunset Boulevard. And did anybody else ever have more quotable lines in his movies than Billy Wilder? The great director who died last week at 95 left behind a legacy of films that are not only great, but timeless. Unlike a lot of comedies, for example, Some Like It Hot is as entertaining today as when it was released 43 years ago.
If it wasn't for you, they would have kicked me off the train. I'd be out in the middle of nowhere, sitting on my ukulele.
Oh, it's freezing outside. I mean, when I think about you and your poor ukulele.
If there's ever anything I can do for you,
I can think of a million things. That's one of them.
His first great hit was Double Indemnity from 1944, with Fred MacMurray seduced by Barbara Stanwyck's evil charm.
Will you be here too?
I guess so. I usually am.
Same chair, same perfume, same anklet?
I wonder if I know what you mean.
I wonder if you wonder.
Working closely with his writers, who were usually Charles Brackett or I.A.L. Diamond, Wilder created dialogue that could be funny or cynical or sometimes both at the same time. Consider this exchange between Tyrone Power and Marlene Dietrich in Witness for the Prosecution.
What are you looking for?
My accordion.
Oh, let me help you. I think I found it.
Step on it again. It's still breathing.
Wilder was nominated for 21 Oscars, won 6, and set a record by winning 3 of them for the same movie, The Apartment.
you married?
Nope.
Family?
Nope.
A night like this, it sort of spooks you to walk into an empty apartment.
I said I had no family. I didn't say I had an empty apartment.
Billy Wilder created some of the basic memories of the first century of cinema, including the most unforgettable images of Marilyn Monroe. Look how they play with the spotlight in this scene from Some Like It Hot in order to make it into a teasing virtual neckline. And of course, there was her most famous pose above the blast of subway air in The 7-Year Itch. No wonder Billy Wilder was so loved. He made so many wonderful films to be loved for.
I think my 2 favorite Wilder movies are Sabrina and The Lost Weekend, and I looked at them again recently. And The Lost Weekend, Ray Milland is so good, and that is such a harsh, unblinking, realistic portrayal of alcoholism. And that kind of stuff wasn't being done back then. And it's just, it really, you talk about the movies holding up, they hold up really well. And Sabrina, Audrey Hepburn looks so beautiful there, and William Holden is so funny. And that's another thing Wilder did. He got performances out of actors that maybe they didn't know they had in them. Somebody like Fred MacMurray, considered a light comic, and then he does Double Indemnity.
You know, Cameron Crowe wrote a book about Wilder called Conversations with Wilder, and they became very good friends in Wilder's later years. At one point, Cameron says, do you have any more story ideas in that notebook? And Wilder told him, well, there's a good one here, but I can't tell you about it because it's my next film. And he was 93 when he said
Well,
that.
I would like to see somebody like Cameron Crowe maybe get a hold of that material and film it, because it's probably better than a lot of the stuff that is being made these days.
Billy Wilder specialized in great closing lines, and we're going to close this tribute with a few of them.
But you don't understand, Osgood. I'm a man. Well, nobody's perfect.
Did you hear what I said, Miss Kubelik? I absolutely adore you.
Shut up and deal.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Coming up next, Janine Garofalo and Stanley Tucci are part of the big cast of Big Trouble.
And looking at the next week's openings, we'll review Ben Affleck and Samuel L. Jackson locked in an angry duel in Changing Lanes.
I'm late. Oh, man, don't leave me out here like this. All right, better luck next time.
Visit our website, EbertRoeper.tv. Presented by the Walt Disney Collection.
Next, all new Rosie. It looks like him.
You look just like Donny Osmond.
It sounds like him.
Are you Donny Osmond?
Why, it is him.
It's Donny Osmond! It's all right!
Then there's no mistaking this, two first-time guests with Rosie from Yes Dear, Michael Malley, and Saturday Night Live's Tina Fey.
Very, very funny.
Plus, they call him the Smile Boy.
Our next guest story is truly inspirational.
See how he lights up the lives of others.
With that smile.
Next, all new Rosie.
Monday at 4 on K2. K2 celebrating 40 years of spirit and service to the community.
We are always looking for a way to get our name out there. And I think we're getting to the level where we feel like, people know who CASA is, but not enough. And having K2 help us out and put us on television and get our name out there more, I think we felt very lucky that we had that opportunity, and we are happy to see it continue.
Celebrating 40 years of service to the community. K2 and You, the new spirit of the Northwest.
Hi, did you know reading skills and vocabulary are critical to your child's success?
You can improve these skills by turning on closed captioning every time your children watch television. When children read captions, they build reading speed and vocabulary. It also helps improve in spelling and word recognition.
Nearly all televisions come equipped with closed captioning technology. Special thanks to LNS Captioning and Self-Help for Hard of Hearing People for underwriting a portion of the costs associated with local captioning. K2 cares about the community.
This old Cuban guy is training pelicans
To drop bombs, the most asinine thing I ever heard.
Come on, he tried to kill Castro with a bird.
Tim Allen goes from big-time journalist to downtrodden advertising writer in Big Trouble, a frantic, loud, and desperately unfunny would-be comedy. Based on a novel by Dave Barry, directed by Barry Sonnenfeld of Men in Black and Get Shorty, and featuring a likable cast, Big Trouble strains and sweats and flops and dies. Allen plays Elliot Arnold, whose teenage son is playing a war game with a rich classmate. That leads to a typically busy but curiously lame scene.
I'm sorry that my kid squirted your daughter. I mean, that he got her wet. I mean, the way he described it, I thought it was just a game.
Well, hey, kids.
Elliot falls for Rene Russo's Anna, but their banter is filled with tired sitcom double entendres.
So, how do you, like it?
Oh, light and sweet.
There's a convoluted plot about the quest for a nuclear device, which leads to much yelling and falling and fighting.
A shot.
Maybe the Pantyhose gang beat us to the draw.
Again with the TV. Shut up. Take that stupid thing off your head.
Well, nice place.
What are you, Martha Stewart?
Of the 14 broadly sketched characters, only about 3 are the least bit interesting. Comic talents like Jason Lee and Patrick Warburton are lost in the shuffle, and Dennis Farina and Tom Sizemore could have just phoned in their parts. Maybe everyone should have been cast against type. You get Tim Allen as the bad guy, Rene Russo as the cop, Stanley Tucci and Janine Garofalo as the romantic lead, something like that. As it is, though, Big Trouble produces only a very few small chuckles.
My thumb is down, too, although I guess I liked it more than you did because you didn't like it at all. And I liked some of the characters and some of the situations, some of Dave Barry's take on South Florida. But you know what's interesting about this film?
I can't wait to hear what's interesting about this
film. What's interesting about it is what I'm about to say about it.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is obviously a screwball comedy, and yet it's paced as if it's in some way realistic. Directors today have forgotten what Billy Wilder knew and what the great screwball directors knew, and that is, if you have a certain kind of humor, it has to go real fast because you can't stop to think about it or ask the actors for any kind of psychologically convincing performance. So if they had turned up the speed under this movie by 1/3, it probably would have worked.
Or if they just fast-forwarded it to the end, I would have been happy with that.
But that's cheating. Okay, next we have the new film by Peter Cataneo, who had an enormous hit in The Full Monty, and now makes another movie comedy where a group of desperate men decide to put on a show. This time they're prisoners in what seems like an awfully nice British prison where the warden, played by Christopher Plummer, has written a musical about Admiral Nelson. James Nesbitt plays a bank robber who winds up starring in the musical to cover for a prison break.
Amateur dramatics. Joined a group 3 years ago. Best thing I ever did, Hans. Think it'll work here. Lift morale, broaden horizons.
Oh, don't know, sir. When it comes to raising morale, cons like traditional things. Football, television, porn.
Olivia Williams is the prison social worker who holds promise of more than counseling sessions.
I think about you all the time, and I don't know what to do about it. It's not like I can offer you a lift home or ask you out for dinner.
mask.
In the Full Monty, the characters took it all off. In Lucky Break, they put it all on, using their costumes from the musical to sneak out with the audience.
No one's going to believe I'm a girl. Look at these legs. Darren, this is what you do. You embody the role, okay? You just be the part. Be the girl. You, my friend, are a girl. Say it.
Since this is the director's first film after the Full Monty and it's about Admiral Nelson, why didn't they call it The Full Nelson? I don't know. Lucky Break isn't as funny as the Full Monty, but it doesn't try to be. There's an undercurrent of sadness in The Prisoner, played by Timothy Spall, who lives for the love of his son. That's a good performance. We see a lot of the musical production, and it's hilariously bad, with book and lyrics by Stephen Fry. Christopher Plummer glows with pride as his dreadful play is performed, and James Nesbitt has the raffish charm to almost make the play work. There's one really bad guy in the prison, but basically this is one of your kinder, gentler penal institutions, like the one in last summer's Green Fingers, where the prisoners became gardeners. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I liked it, and you're right. It's got nothing to do with, I'm sure, any penal institution in the world. There's a scene where Nesbitt and Olivia Williams are having a